Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 28 of NFL Draft Analysis by Sideline Specialists. We got A.D. Mitchell taken in the second round at pick number 52 by the Indianapolis Colts, wide receiver out of Texas, by way of Georgia. So, yeah, this is going to be one of those picks I think that's going to turn out really, really, really well. Obviously, that I'll put the caveat on that right now. He has diabetes, but there are ways to have a successful NFL career while having diabetes. Just ask Mark Andrews. All right. As long as they take care of him, help him figure out how to take care of the diabetes while playing, that won't be an issue at all. This guy has a blend. He's got a blend of goodness, right? So began at Georgia, won back-to-back natties in Georgia. Then he transfers to Texas last year to be closer to his daughter, which I love that. That's a 10 out of 10 thing. I love how they have him marked as 6'1" at the top, and then clearly in the profile it says at 6'4". Those are very different heights. He is 6'4". So he has more finesse than most bigger body receivers. His releases are quick, his change of direction is fluid, and his acceleration is smooth. His skill set puts a ton of stress on corners. He could attack the ball with more intensity, and his presence can be inconsistent, but he brings starting NFL ability to the table. Done. So we're gonna jump right into the player traits and strengths and weaknesses and stuff. If my mouse would just function. Oh, that's a really good player comp. He actually has one, which is great. And T. Higgins is excellent. So yeah, if you're Colts fans, your GM done good. He done good. 8 route running, 8 vertibility and long speed, 7 release and footwork, 8 hands, 7 change of direction acceleration, which for a guy his size is perfectly excellent. Change of direction flexibility, again, guy his size, excellent. That's an 8. Run after catch and contact, he needs to work on that. For a big guy, he should be able to take some more hits and keep going. Play strength and blocking is a 7. Competitive toughness is a 7. These both need to improve because those are just kind of like telltale signs of how big your heart is in the NFL, like how bad do you want it. And you're in the NFL now. You need to want it really bad. So we'll go through strengths. Fast, fluid route runner for his size. Fast footwork for quick releases off the line. Effective shoulder dip when running by defenders. Understands the nuance of how to get open, especially deep. And that, with Anthony Richardson, nasty. So weaknesses, the shoulder dip to avoid contact, and his route is good, but he needs to be more willing to chop defenders' hands away as well. Absolutely. Release speed is fast, but there are some false and wasted steps. Don't want to do that because it's a waste of energy, and you want all the energy you can have for the parts of the play that matter. Better job attacking the ball in the air. His body language and effort can be very different when he's a primary receiver versus when he's not. So, as you know what, actually, we're going to bounce right off that. Give me 1 second here. Pull up their depth chart. We're going to go ahead and share this up. So, obviously, it's Michael Pittman, Josh Downs in the slot with Anthony Gold as his backup. You got A.D. Mitchell slotting in across the field from Pittman with Alec Pierce behind him. I think that fits really well. This will be the first time we get to see Jonathan Taylor and Anthony Richardson on a field together. You have a good veteran now in the room to really help A-Rich not mature, because I think he is actually already really mature, but kind of get himself really into the inner workings of an NFL mindset. And obviously he had the injury last year, which is a real shame. I don't know why my ear is killing me. Sorry. I have these on like the smallest thing too, and it's still just like not that comfortable. Let me go ahead and we're gonna open up his combine page. And while we do that, we'll jump back to his PFF stuff. All right, so we're gonna go down. We'll look at his 3-year data. Okay, so 21 and 22, he was in Georgia. 22, he barely had snaps, so I'm assuming he got hurt or something there, because that's crazy. That's a crazy low number. But anyway, we'll go 21, his grade went up every year. We can look at that. And then obviously 23, 86 targets, 55 catches, 845 yards. Had almost 100 slot snaps. I like to see that too, because he's going to be a big body, hard to defend for his speed in the slot. 15.4 yards per catch, 11 touchdowns. Excellent. So, good on the stable metrics. For single coverage, excellent. Yards per route run could be a lot higher, to be honest. Separation percent for single coverage, 61. That should be a lot higher given his size and speed, and he needs to use his physicality more. Receiver grade versus zone, definitely needs to get that up. Open target percentage should also be higher. This is one of those, he's going to have to come into the NFL and put in all of his effort properly, because he has the athletic traits to be this dude in the second round that turns out to be really, really, really good. And I think he absolutely can be. He only had one drop, which obviously means this is also low. His yards after catch per reception needs to be way higher for a guy who's 6'4". And this will be one of those things that just improves all of his stats across the board, is the effort and the willingness to push. And this is something that you can be taught that. So I already know this is going to start playing and be annoying. I think I paused it. It's a miracle. Okay. We're going to the combine page. So his production score was a 72, which put him at 17th, but his athleticism score was a 91, which put him at 3rd. Because I will remind you that this guy is legit he's like 6'3 or 6'4. He's a really big guy. And he ran a 4.34 with a 1.52 10-yard split, almost a 40-inch vertical jump, and an 11-foot 4-inch broad jump. This guy's legs are insane, and all he needs to do is just put his head down and put in the effort. That's it, and this guy will be a monster. That's where he's at athletically. Full capability of just utter domination. So, yeah. We're going to jump over to the highlights now. We're just going to jump in. You know what? We're not going to ramble. We are going to jump right in there. There he is on a just normal post/slant route. Ooh, goes outside with like 3 steps, makes one big lunge to the middle. You see, the CB had no chance. He is so open. I know that's Yale that they're playing, or BYU. That was BYU, not Yale. This is BYU ugly ass helmet, but to be that open is different. Okay, and this is obviously in college football playoff. Incredible body control, especially in the air. Jumps, fully turns, catches that while coming down with his arms fully extended. That is a great catch. Secures it. Beautiful. That was on Kool-Aid McKinstry. And he absolutely burned him. I mean, like, this play doesn't develop. He has like 4 yards of space between him and the CB in that short of an amount of time. That is impressive. Absolutely cooked him.
Here's Murphy, lobbing it deep. Murphy, caught, touchdown, Mitchell.
Yeah.
Murphy's pass pulled in.
Nice hands, man.
Into the end zone for his 2nd touchdown. Adonai Mitchell from Malik Murphy again.
Just that, like, plants his foot, arms go up. As soon as ball touches, it is so secured, it's a joke. Brings it down, walks in. Let me analyze. Let me look here. Okay. Nice.
Adonai Mitchell with his 9th touchdown of the year.
Little push off, but not so severe that they would ever call it.
Throws it, man, open in the end
because it didn't affect the CB in any way. He kept moving the same way. So they don't really, I don't see them caring about that too much. Good feet. Good positioning.
His 5th touchdown reception.
Crucial situation for you was to take care of the football down here. We're going to throw it on first down. They launch it one-on-one. Going up to make the catches, Adonai Mitchell. Wow.
Much better player this year. A lot of talent around him. 3rd and 8. End zone touchdown.
I think my consensus, opinion is this guy just runs really good routes. Yep. And you can't, this guy's gifted with athleticism. The turf monster got him, but that happens. That happens to the best of them. I think the potential's there, the ceiling's there. There's also a floor. And the floor could be low. We're going to make that honest. There are plenty of ways his career could go that don't turn out that well. But if they can develop this guy the right way, put the right people around him to hype him up and make him feel confident in himself, take care of the diabetes and take care of his body, and instill in him the work ethic that's required, there's no reason this guy can't be Anthony Richardson's favorite target. No reason at all. Obviously, for this year, it will be Pittman, because Pittman is a very good receiver, but I think this is one of those, it's a value pick, because you're not going to have to pay him a ton, right? He's taken in the 2nd. He's at a skill position, so he'll still get paid decently, but it's one of those, you get a skill guy in the 2nd round of a draft, rookie contracts 4 years. These are all good things. And yeah, I like him. I liked him when they took him. I can understand why he fell to where he did because of past injuries and obviously the diabetes thing. I get it. They have to take that into account when you're making these potentially franchise-altering decisions going forward. However, I think the Colts, they took a risk on the first 2 guys. Latu had medically retired in 2020 because of his neck. Comes back, looks great. Mitchell obviously has his own demons to deal with. Still looks like a great player. I'll give it a B because there's risk to it still, and you have to just take that into account and at least acknowledge it to some degree. So we'll give it a B, but I'll say it has A potential based on what we see. All right. So if you're a Colts fan, I say thumbs up. I think you'll like this guy. Just be behind him. Don't make him feel like shit. If he came to the Eagles, I think he'd probably get ruined. I'll be honest. Our fan base is too vicious for a lot of people. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please consider hitting the like button. If you'd like to see future videos, please consider hitting subscribe. If you would like to listen to the audio-only version of our podcast, you can go ahead and find that on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or Google. And if you want to watch the VODs, they will be listed up on YouTube. Thank you for coming. We'll see you again very soon.